Hey, this is Carol DenHartog with Amazing Business Results. And today we're going to talk about approvals inside of Zoho People. So approvals is a way you can set up if you need to approve of a certain action happening. Today, our example is going to be time off or leave approvals. So if someone were to put in, for example, for PTO, who would be the person responsible for approving that? So the first thing we're going to do is click our settings on the upper right-hand corner. And then we are going to click on approvals under automation. So here, if we had any approvals set up, they would be here. So we're going to click on add approval in the upper right, and this will open up our form. So it's going to ask the form name. So that'll be like our module. So time off is correct. That's what we're setting up today. And you can also set up other type of approvals. So their KRAs, their exit details, experience letter, goals, all of this can be set up through here. We can give it a name. So we can say time off approval. We can give it a description if we want to. And then here we're going to add a criteria. If you've seen any of my videos about workflows, this will coincide with that. So the criteria will be the trigger. So we'll set the criteria. So if time off, and then we'll search a field. So let's say leave type contains, and then we'll add personal leave. So if the leave type is personal leave, then this will be triggered. Now we're going to say who is the approver. So we can auto approve it, auto reject it, or we can configure this. So if we configure this, we can change this. So it can be who they're reporting to, the department head of that record owner. We can do it based on a role. We can make it a department head, department members. So there's all these different options for the approver. So we'll leave it as reporting to, because that makes sense. And then we can do single level all the way up to 10 levels of approval. So if we were to do 2 levels, then we would need to add another approver. And then here we'll have 1 level of reporting to, and they will either approve or reject. And then we can enable a follow-up option for this approval. So if we want to follow up 1 time, or we can repeat. If this is not being approved or rejected, then the follow-up email is being sent to the approver to remind them that they have an approval. And then we can have a message. So this message will be sent out to the approvers and the other recipients. So we can configure an email template here. And this is what the approver will receive when a time off request is being put in, so that they'll know that they have something to approve. And then from there, we'll just click save, and then we'll have an approval for time off. So I hope this helps. And if you are struggling with your CRM, if you need help getting things built out, or if you need help with training, I would love to work with your team. So just reach out to us at Amazing Business Results.